Hi, it's been a while. Two things. First thing, shop update. I hate shop updates, but it's been a long time since I've done a video and I need to show you that I'm not like neglecting everything. I want to show you what I'm working on, but there's been a bunch of stuff going on in the weather and work and family, and I'll tell you about it in a second. Second thing, giveaway. Yes, a giveaway at the end. First, shop update. So the reason why there hasn't been a video in a long time, well, there are a couple of reasons. First reason, and probably the biggest reason, is the weather. My shop, as you can see, if you haven't already noticed, is of course in my garage. My garage is not insulated. The walls are pathetic, and it's been 3 degrees or colder for like 3 weeks. So that has been less than ideal for working in an uninsulated shop, where if I put a heater, the breakers trip every time I turn on a power tool. And speaking of power tools, having numb fingers is not the best way to work with power tools, as I'm sure you can understand. Next reason, I've got a video well in the works with 2 drums finished. Yes, finished. 2, not just shells, we're talking about finished drums, right? 2 finished drums. The Myrtle drum, which was the last video, the Myrtle shell, is now finished. In fact, it is now somewhere in Europe being played and loved, hopefully loved, by its new owner. I have a video of its final assembly and its test drive, and I have that compared to the leopardwood shell. I finished the leopardwood shell, so I have it side by side, and I'm trying both of them out. I wanted to make it a 3-way test drive, and that's what I've been waiting for. The problem has been getting the hardware from Europe to here, and from, I think, Japan to here. The buyer wanted this special hardware that was found on sort of a limited edition series of Tama drums, and to move those from the sacrificial snare onto the other snare, onto the new snare. But the United States Postal Service, bless them, lost it. Or DHL lost it in Europe. We don't know which one. Anyway, he's filing a claim and getting costs back. That is the shell that will enjoy the new hardware. The hardware that we have now, we've got enough to finish the drum, but it's a mix between black, nickel, and chrome. It's okay. He's going to figure out the hardware thing once. Now that we have hardware that's all the same size, I can drill the holes, I can cut the snare beds, and Bob's your uncle. But isn't that thing a beauty? That wood is Cerakote, or Cerakote. I don't know if you pronounce the E at the end or not. It is just under a 1/2 inch thick here, and just under a 1/4 inch on the inside. And I believe that it's, so 14 inches across, of course, that's what we usually do. And we are right at 9 inches tall. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm working on. Right here you can see the beginnings of a prototype. This is a jig, and I'm not going to tell you what the jig is for yet, but it hinges, and this plate right here in the middle will slide forward and backward, and there'll be clamps, toggle clamps holding things in place, and there'll be a router involved. And it's going to make my job of making these things a lot easier, faster, and more accurate. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see if it works. I hope it works, because for the next project after that one, it has to work. But I'll explain that some other time. Not in an update, but in the actual video for that drum. Speaking of that drum, I can show you one thing. That is a cutoff from one of the boards used to make the staves for the next project. I'm going to whip out some oil and show you what that's going to look like finished. This stuff is easily the hardest wood I've ever worked with, but it is really, really beautiful. Let's just see how it's going to look with some oil on it. I'll tell you later what it is. Maybe you can guess in the comments. Yep. That is going to be something else. I'm really excited about it. I've got some repair and finishing work to do on 2 old drum shells. That's going to come up soon, but I'm not sure exactly when. But it needs to happen in, if not the end of February, very early March. I'll get to why in just a second. So you may remember those two shells if you've been watching the channel for a while, or if you go back to, let's see, I'll put the links right there, to the Movingi shell. That's 10 inches by 14 and a little over a ½ inch thick. And that, I have no idea what that wood is. It came from the scrap, the wood came from the scrap heat at Woodcraft, and I got it on a huge discount, and it was my second complete drum, but the first shell where I felt like I actually knew what I was doing. The wood is extremely dense. It's really comparable to in hardness and denseness to, or density to Brazilian cherry right here. So hard and dense. But what I need to do to finish this one, I need to finish it and fix it. To finish it, I want to do the channel on the inside that I've done on so many of my recent drums. So I want to do the channel, but also I didn't get this thing quite narrow enough. This is exactly 14 inches in diameter. While that might sound good, those of you who have built drums or taken measurements of your existing drums know that no drum shell is actually 14 inches. They're going to be just a little bit under, and the reason being, if they're exactly 14 inches, well, the inside diameter of the drum heads is exactly 14 inches, and you don't want the drum head to bind up because it's going to scratch the finish, and it's not going to tune easily or evenly, and that can be a problem. So I'm going to mount this up on my rounding jig, on the outside rounding jig, and bring this down just a fraction of an inch so that it fits the heads properly. And then I'm going to channel out the inside, and I'm going to refinish it, which is good because I've got some of the little pigtails from sanding this. I felt more comfortable. I still didn't really know what I was doing. On the Movingi, I'm going to channel out the inside and make it nice and thin. It's extremely strong wood. It's not brittle at all. So I feel comfortable getting this very thin. That's the next thing to finish. There are a couple of other odds and ends that I need to do, like the kalimba that I made for my daughter for Christmas, for her birthday, I'm sorry. That needs some repair work because it's not tuning properly, and the blackwood bridge actually cracked. I love the blackwood, so I need to fix that and put in some supports, and anyway, I'll do a video of that because I'd like to make some more kalimbas. That was a really fun project and I didn't really video it. Okay, that's it for part one. Now part two. Today is Tuesday, January 23rd? 23rd? Hold on, let me check my phone. I think it was 23rd. Yes, the 23rd. That means 3 weeks from today is February 13th. On February 13th, I will give away a drum shell. I will give away either this spalted birch, walnut, and ash drum shell, 14 by, oh, I don't remember, shoot. 14 by 7.5, just a 1/4 inch thick. I'll give away this one, or the repaired mystery wood, or the finished Movingi to qualify for the giveaway. I know that lots of my viewers are international, which is awesome, but for my first giveaway with well, I really don't have a lot of subscribers yet. I'm not making any money off of this thing yet, especially with the new YouTube protocols for under 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, so for this first giveaway, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to limit the giveaway to those in the United States. So United States viewers in the United States, this is for you. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like the video, and please comment below. Say something about why you want the drum or what you'll do with it or what your thoughts are. Make some, you know, a gratuitous compliment about me. I don't really care. Comment, subscribe, like it, and you'll be entered. And on February 13th, I will randomly select a name and you will win a drum shell. Not a finished drum, just a drum shell. That will be a finished drum will be a future giveaway. That's it. Okay, so there's more. Many of you might be YouTube makers also, or involved in YouTube somehow, or maybe you've heard that YouTube has changed its monetization guidelines. So now you can't make money or qualify for monetization unless you're 1,000 subscribers or more, and also have a certain number of minutes viewed per year. I'm fine on the the viewing time. I'm just short on the members. Right as of right now, I've got something like 435 or 440 subscribers, something like that. here's the thing. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers, so you'll have to share and get your friends to subscribe and all that kind of stuff. If I get to 1,000 subscribers by February 13th, I'll give away 2 drum shells. 2. First person will get their pick of one of those 3, and the second person will get their pick of whatever 2 are left. So there you go. Like the video, make sure you're subscribed, comment below, enter, and in 3 weeks from today, we will have a giveaway. That's it, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience over the last, like 2 months. It's been like 2 months since my last video. I'm sorry about that. And I will see you very, very soon.